Azalea did it first. And Azalea doesn't really get her music flowers because she's always so marred in controversy and online beef. But like the guy Tragedy said, never meet your heroes. Like I tune her out. I don't follow her on social media. I just love her for her music. And yeah, I can't if I like Tierra Whack, I have to love Azalea Banks because like she's the one that really like I don't know. She like that's her style basically. No, it's not over. Just taking a break. We'll be back.
Yep. Slick Rick Dougie Fresh. Nubian.
Somebody else, I forget. Some shit for the city. So it's free for the people. It's great, huh? It's outside somewhere, I gotta look. Like a councilman or some shit.
Okay, ready?
That works out like how Wingate works, right?
Huh?
That kind of works out how like Wingate does it, like performers.
Yes, Wingate Park you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, that's like
All
we've
nice
done
and
those
rained
too.
on.
They do
Welcome
them
back.
all over the city. That's Summer Stage.
Like Grand Tune.
Summer Stage, yes.
Stage,
Grand Tune, they'll do it in Red Hook.
Yeah.
They'll do it in every borough. And we've done them all. Patona Park up in the Bronx.
They do it every year.
We just outside in the rain with
And
it.
then the city pays for it, so it's free. But the artists, get what you're supposed to get.
LL Cool J did the lip sync battle live in Central Park. They flew over.
Yes.
So you good, boy.
But you can make it.
Wait, what y'all was
What
talking
happened?
about?
You
Somebody
walked out
wrote, I don't think they know it's still on. What y'all was in here talking about?
Cocaine? I don't know.
Cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah, homeboy wanted me to delete that whole section about when I brought up the cocaine shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, DXT, remember?
Oh yeah.
I said, who you seen sniffing
I told you I was
cocaine in the
nudging.
Roxy?
I was over here like, stop it. Stop.
I said, go ahead.
You
can
trying to
tell
get them
me."
to name names and shit?
He didn't want to name names. So, nigga, you know
So
you
y'all
seen
do-
Robert De Niro sniffing cocaine in the Roxy back in '82? Come
Michael
on,
Jackson.
nigga. Michael Jackson, all them niggas.
You wanted him to name some rappers. I know you wanted-
No. I just want him
1
to
2.
name
You got me.
famous
1
people.
2. 1 2. I'm good.
You would have seen me with cocaine in the Roxy back in the
Even
day.
if they
Straight
kill
the fuck
me,
up.
they can never take the life of a real G.
Cocaine was okay, like at one point.
I
You know what I mean?
remember being in sensation seeing people sniffing in the
Yeah,
corner.
thank you. I fucking smoking movies and
Like
sensations.
before, like crack.
Yeah, that's your original big cover.
Even when crack was out.
Well, cocaine was the you have money.
Right.
Huh?
Like I remember the nigga who did the show sensation.
You kind of aspire to have that beard, right?
You know,
No, man.
I was a little young nigga.
Like to keep it at, all right.
Brad was like, wow.
My shit is super kinky,
Brad
man.
was
I can't let it grow
live,
too
you know what I
much.
mean? Like live old school D-Roof, man. Nigga had
Let's
some
go.
coke and he did some coke and smoking. And the nigga Pooh he didn't never really fuck with no shit like that. So he kind of
Ready?
Let's go, quiet.
Let's go.
like, yeah, we cook, nigga.
You gotta do your action.
But I was never a hair. I was always cool with
Lip,
black.
yeah.
Yanadameen Godcast, segment 4, take 1.
I just put lipstick on with no mirror. I hope that shit ain't all over
Smile.
here.
Okay, you good?
I'm like, I hope it ain't all over here.
Smile for me. You ready? I gotta go. I need a masseuse on set or some shit. Y'all ready? Clap it up. Welcome back to Yanadameen Godcast of Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga.
Godfrey is in LA, but he'll be back next week.
And I'm taking the gun out my mouth right now.
Okay, stop chewing
And it might
chewing your cud.
better than your chain.
We got special guests in the house right about now. Queensbridge legend,
Yeah.
father to many styles,
Word.
the foul Mahdi,
Word.
tragedy Gaddafi.
Clap it up. So we were only gonna do one segment, but it was getting so good.
It was getting so good we couldn't stop. So this is This might be one of the first times we got 4 segments going.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we got to do it.
It is
Encore,
what it
that's
is.
what's up.
Encore. So when we left, we were talking about basically, at one point you were the young homie, around the Juice Crew, Big Daddy Kane. First of all, let's talk about that real quick. How was it to be around people like, MC Shan, Big Daddy Kane, Roxanne Thompson, all these people that we look at as hip-hop legends, and you was the slightly younger homie that had the privilege of being a fly on the wall in these studio sessions and all of that. Like, what was that like?
I mean, I was privy to some of the greatest records.
Talk to me.
I remember when Kane did Just Rhyming for Biz and Get Into It. And I think it was more
Just Rhyming for Biz, to put it in context, was the song that basically brought Kane to the world, brought him to our radar. I just remember the EQ on his voice was so ghetto and like old school, and it made me love the song even. Man, Kane is superior, like he's rhyming through the headphones.
Right.
Superior to many people.
But even through that, if it was that type of form he went through, even if it was just the headphones, like he commanded such a presence, and like I learned a lot from that. Like he's one of the brothers that I always like learn from and look to like for certain advice and guidance, because he was real on point with his motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the one, like, when I did that first bid, and I came home, and it's funny because when I was up north on that first bid, when they did the symphony and all that, like, first I saw the whole Juice Crew, the In Control Volume 1 tape. Then shortly after, Kane dropped. And I'm still up top. I'm still in the beach. And when, I got...
Now you here warm it up, Kane, and shit like that.
Yeah, like, I got the shout out. I got the shout out on the, obviously I had 2 records on there. I got the shout out in the credits with the In Control. But I was even more... What had more of an impact on me is when I saw Kane's album, Long Live the Kane, and I looked in the credits, and he shouted me out. But he didn't say my rap name. He said Percy. And he called me MC Percy. And the reason why that had such an impact on me, because I had just really met him. Because remember, Kane is from Bed-Stuy.
Indeed.
So I just really met Kane. You know what I'm saying? And we vibed a few times, but I didn't expect that. I expected more from Marley, and I expected, an acknowledgement from Shan, and we in the same hood.
Right.
But when Kane did it, it was a real strong impact on me, because I was like, yo, I didn't even really know the dude too long.
Right. Well, what do you think that was saying? What do you think that shout out was saying? Like I see you, shorty. Like, nice. I fuck with you up. Like, what do you think that shout out meant?
That's exactly what it said.
Okay.
And for me, like, to hold him in such a high regard as a lyricist, MC, I'm like, yo, this nigga watching me. Like, he see me. I'm on his radar. Like,
I'm on his radar. And just being that,
yo, that was a lot to me.
Right.
And when I came home off that, I forgot how I got in contact with him. But before anybody, he was the first one. And see, the thing about it, you know how this shit go. This shit is very, competitive and ego-driven. A lot of times it'll be our egos and our so-called spirit of competition that are getting in the way of brothers' relationships until a brother's dying or doing a hard bid or somebody, and then we get mature, and then we kind of like humble ourselves, and we're not embarrassed to show that love. Right. But Kane was rather unique to me, because he showed me love at his apex, which is rare. A lot of dudes don't do that. When I came home off the bid, I forgot exactly how I got in touch with him, but he was like, yo, meet me. So I went to meet him, and I wound up meeting him on Parsons and Hillside, Jamaica. And when of course, I took the train. And when I got off the train, like it was like that whole section was flooded with people.
Mm.
So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I see girls, grown women running down the street screaming, ah! And it was because Kane was on the corner. He had a Benz with a Batmobile kit on it. It was burgundy.
Waiting for you.
And it waiting for me. And it seemed like the whole Jamaica was surrounded by it. And when he sounded mad, humble, smooth. Son is smooth. He's dangerously smooth.
Listen,
Smooth operator.
Super smooth.
He a Virgo like me, so yeah.
Okay.
We got that in us.
There, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
boy.
got that in us.
You was not smooth.
We got that in us. But anyway, go ahead. You was saying.
But he dumped some love on me, dumped a little bag on me, and he took me shopping, and we broke bread, and I was like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna sign out. He was like, nah, don't do that. Wait. He was like, look at me. Basically what he was saying was he was like one of the only ones that wasn't signed directly to Cold Chillin' as a solo artist. He was basically telling me, like, look at my situation.
Right.
And pay attention.
Move.
And I took heed to that. And he was 100% right, because I'm one of the few from the Juice Crew that didn't sign directly through Cold Chillin'. Peace to Ty, Fly Ty, got love for him. I ain't shitting. You know what I'm saying?
So you telling me that's like basically the second time that a super hip hop GOAT basically put you under the wing, like, yo, I'm fuck with you.
Yeah. And here's another thing. When Marley, it's funny, like, because when I came home, Marley pulled up on me, right? I was in my shit with him because I was like, you ain't right.
Right.
A letter mean a lot when you're away.
Right.
Just a letter, right? But I ain't gonna lie, his wife wrote me, Marley's wife. She kept writing me all the time. And to this day, he ain't with her no more, but love is love, but I appreciate her. She kept writing me, and I was like, that shit meant a lot. But I was in my little feelings. I'm a young dude. I went away, I was 16, came home going on 19. And I was like, yo, you were right, nigga. So he pulls up on me in the hood.
Wait, so did the fact that Kane shouted you out and Marley maybe did that even make things a little worse?
No, don't get me wrong. Marley gave me a shout out. I mean, I had two records on. I'm probably the only one that had 2 solo records on In Control Volume 1. I can't shit on Marley. Like, Marley told me to jump the train style. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was a major alley-oop. And like I said, at the time when you didn't have a specific area that concentrated on artist development and things like that. Like, I was one of them artists had a Chris Lighty or a brand ambassador got with me at the time.
Right, and focused on you.
Right.
It would have been different in terms of developing my movement and my story and the wealth of my story. But I'm not mad at Marley, but at the same time, it was different because Kane I didn't even know son like
Right.
that. I
And
was
he
privy to
extended
it,
himself.
and he extended himself, and that said a lot about his character. Now, Marley pulled up on me, and it's funny, I was watching the Dave Chappelle joint, right? And Dave Chappelle talked about a specific, he said, yo, anybody knows when you're in the industry and someone asks you, what are you working on? Even if you have nothing,
Right.
you lie and
And
say
say
you got it.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
You lie. You lie.
I'm moving this shit, man.
I'm moving
Oh
it.
man, I got a project on the burner right
man,
now.
I'm writing the script. I got the script. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
So, major boomerang. So Marley pulls up on me on the hill in Queensbridge, and now when I left, Marley had like a bullshit Mercury. So now I come back, he got the 525 red, cherry red, beige interior, and I laughed when I saw that Dave Chappelle shit. I was like, this motherfucker is so right, because I didn't write not one rhyme when I was up north.
Really?
I was bitter. I was bitter with hip hop.
Wow.
I was upset. I actually wanted to come home and get paroled to Ohio. My mother moved to Ohio, Columbus, rest in peace. And I wanted to, but Ohio denied my parole acceptance. So I had to go back to Queensbridge and stay with my aunt. Peace to my aunt Anna. I had to go stay with my aunt. I got paroled there, right? And that would have changed. I wanted to go into the army. Like, I wanted to get my shit expunged, and I wanted to go into, but Ohio wouldn't accept me. So now when I see Marley, he's like, yo, he pulls up on me. He's like, yo, what's up? So I go over to the car. He's like, yo, man, yeah, yo, was you writing? And when you smell the leather
of a new
car,
that new car smell.
it smells like money. And I was like, this smells like money.
Okay.
And I was like,
have I been writing?
I was like, hell yeah, nigga.
That's it.
Hey.
Yo, clap it up a little quietly because they're doing some shit downstairs in the
yeah.
theater. But
I'm kicking verse right there.
Yo, and he was like, he was like, yo, we're doing a symphony video, and it's funny because Ralph McDaniels, you know, and Vid Kid was doing this video. So long story longer, Wally's told me to come to the video. Now I'm on parole, and you know you can't leave the boroughs; you have to get permission. So long story longer, I went. Now I'm on the bus. Now I'm going to tell this story on my show too. It's the first time I'm really telling this story. And I asked Kane, could I tell this story at the Juice Crew reunion show at BB King's? And he said I could.
bomb.
Because the statues are up.
Yes.
Let me tell you about
Exclusive.
Let me tell you about King Asiatic. This was
Nobody's
my first.
equal.
Nobody's equal. This is my first real introduction to the knowledge of self. Word is born.
Okay.
Because I came through the 80s. I got cousins named Doc Kim, you know what I'm saying, Shamel. But, you know, they was on a different page due to the fact of survival or lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? So they came in a different current, so to speak.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So now we on the bus going to do the symphony video. Now I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little in my way because I'm not on the right key. That's why I tell these young dudes, one of the greatest things about success is showing up. I couldn't show up because of life.
We talked about showing up here. Go ahead.
Had I been on that symphony record, that's why I caught the doobie on the new joint when he said, yo, Queensbridge MCs influenced me, son, but if I was in the Juice Crew, I would have won. That's what Nas said on Lost Tapes, too. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't make that moment, and there's a lot of MCs. Let me get to it. You got me on the show. Let me get to the bag. Don't stop me. Go. There's a lot of MCs, like, they weren't able to reach their apex because of one of the greatest assassination weapons. And this exceeds just rappers. You talk about Bobby Shmurda and all that, but it goes beyond just MCs. There's a an assassination weapon for the legal system that stops doctors, MCs,
Athletes.
fathers, athletes, and leaders.
Oh yeah.
Special.
And messiahs.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I got caught up in that wave. I got caught up in that intricate diabolic plot.
And mock these.
Mock these. But they won't stop to foul mock.
Can't stop the foul mock these.
So due to the fact that Guerrilla Rap, I'm on the bus and we're going to do the symphony video and I'm sitting away from everybody and I'm not hating, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, damn. And everybody's on the bus.
You just feeling away.
Well, I ain't gonna
What
lie.
you feeling?
I'm just coming home. My shit's a little raggedy, staggedy.
Yeah, y'all niggas is
Kane gave me some bread.
But
He gave me some meatloaf.
right.
No
But
free.
it's never enough.
But
Like-
I wasn't getting my stripes, and I was a little dude. What is born? I got one of my mans. He used to be like, "Yo, son, I love you," because if you ask my man from the hood, he'd be like, "You're the best ever."
I know you was in your head like, I'm battle.
Yo, because you know what his thing was?
I know
He remember me being like 15 on the run and me dipping in little cuts and crevices because I'm trying to go from Queensbridge to Crescent, down Crescent to Astoria Boulevard to go to Marley's crib to the studio. He was with me. He was like, yo, why you keep dipping? Because I'm on the run. Got it.
I was gonna say not to rush you, but I do want to get to the other side where you're the OG now. You see what I'm saying? And niggas is looking up to you, and you know what I mean. This whole Queensbridge style that we know today, which actually become a style that we can actually say a Queensbridge style. We can directly attribute it to your style of rap and your energy that you put into that Queensbridge shit. So I just want to make sure that we touch on that.
Yes, I promise I will. I
Okay,
promise I
okay.
will. That's Word to Life. Like, and reason being is because I had like great standards. Like I said, like Kane. We going to do the video. We on the bus, right? And I didn't want to. If you look at the symphony video, I'm in the video, and I felt the way because I didn't have a verse on the song. I felt like, yo, if I would have got, that's why I was ill. You know, dudes throw ill subliminals, man. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, like a lot of people don't catch shit like that because they're not, you know, they're not scientists. But if a scientist throw an equation, another scientist gonna catch it, and he gonna break down the formula. And you know, and it's ill because to me, for a long time, secretly, I'm gonna keep it green. I never said this nowhere. It bothered me. Not because I wanted anything physically, because I put so much work in and I added to your cipher. Why wouldn't you give me a backwards karate chop?
Yeah.
I would never do that. I'm a lot of things, man. I'm not no saint and I'm not emotional. But now I see exactly why. Sometimes you gotta, like when you knowledge yourself, sometimes it takes time to knowledge yourself, wisdom yourself, and understand yourself. Now I'm in the age where I'm understanding myself, and I see why dudes don't do that. So then you know and understand that you should never look for that outside of yourself. To ultimately knowledge yourself. The sauce parlor, you feel me? Yeah, so you know, we're not gonna, you know, but it's there. I put it there, but you know, we're not gonna do too much because it ain't time yet. But, you know, I was at a show at Webster Hall with Saigon, and Saigon gave me the major piece of Saigon. Peace, King. Gave me the major alley oop, and you know, some of my own, or at least I thought it was my own, rebutted that, and I was like, wow, and anybody that know that or look into this and know what I'm talking about, and he will too. You know, I said in the room, I said to you, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was ill to me, that was real ill to me, man. A lot of binary codes, you heard?
Yeah.
A lot of encryption.
Listen,
Well, you don't want to go over our viewers' heads.
No, but you know, all they gotta do is add on. Just
connect.
Just go do it.
Listen, we had Grand Mix and DXT here last week, right? And you know, he was kind of saying some of the shit that you're saying right now, as far as certain DJs didn't get the credit that other ones got. Like we know about the Cool Hercs and the Bambadas and stuff like that, but we don't know about necessarily the DJ Smokes
Hollywood
and the DJ, what do you say, disco, the disco twins and niggas like that.
The old brothers, yeah, from
the disco brothers, I think you said.
The disco twins. You said it
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
old brothers, nah.
So
I know what you're talking about.
There's because it all depends on who's telling the story sometimes.
It's in the interest of the motherfucking author, man. And this, you know, see, energy.
You see? Yeah, and if the story was being told with you in a higher light, you see what I'm saying? And now somebody tries to tell the story in a more realistic way that doesn't have you shining as much, you might not be as apt to tell that story.
I don't want to cut you. I want to add on. It's not, the level I'm at with it, it's not even so much them telling me in any light. They won't even put any light. To put any light on this, they feel it devalued. I don't care how much bread is involved. See, I'm a bridge boy in a sense. The bridge legacy is in my veins. Like I actually fought for that. There's a difference. I actually fought for that physically.
Right. And this is the type of shit motherfuckers don't understand when it comes to people that are cut from the type of cloth that we cut from. I'm like, nigga, how could you tell me anything about hip hop with the shit that I done?
And this is why
Blood,
we need
sweat,
to
and
have
tears
a
for
council.
this
We
shit.
need to have a council. If we don't develop a council or some type of round table, this is what's going to keep being done.
Y'all got into this when this shit was safe. I was risking my life to fuck with this shit.
And you know what?
Literally.
We want you to get involved while it's safe. Just know who made it safe for you.
Mm.
Right.
Just know who made it safe
Right.
for you.
And since I did make it safe for you,
Yes, you
don't
did.
you fucking tell me a goddamn thing
But they
when I
can't.
speak on this fucking shit.
But they can't. And this is why you're so relevant and important, because it's wild, man. Like, I keep certain things sacred. It's certain individuals I have relationships with that are sacred relationships. And their names must remain anonymous.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But the reason why, like, I was on the phone with an individual, like, we spar on this. You know what I'm saying? Hannibal, you know what it is. But his other name is well known. But this is why people can't exist on a wall and have a pillar somewhere that they didn't fight for. And people won't understand that and think it's hate, but it's not hate. It's just there's a certain price that was paid to have a certain stripe. Like an old timer told me in Harlem, man, when I was out there in the streets doing dumb shit. He said, yo, a nigga can't tell you nothing if he doesn't qualify.
And that's real talk.
Word. Let me ask you. We some shows ago we created like a hip hop government, and then like literally that night, EPM Eric Sermon dropped the album, and he had like a song like that, basically just naming different artists that were in different positions in this government. If we had a hip hop government, like what position do you see yourself playing? Like, don't you got the House of Representatives, you got the
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would exactly mimic the template of our so-called government right now. But this is why I said this is why we need to have a council. As a council, there would be no big I's or little no little U's. You know what I'm saying? It would just be one council, one table, right? And it would go on votes. And once the votes are placed in, that would be a certain level of standard. And at least you would have that cosign by value and by anointment, not self-appointment. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say something that just came to my mind real quick, because we got to get ready to get out of here.
We gotta go,
Man.
Why you do this to me?
Bro, you I didn't understand that it was going to be. You're probably
Yes,
gonna have
you
to.
did.
You're gonna have to
Yes,
probably
you
come back.
did.
But here's another thing why I always liked you, and because here's a moniker that you gave yourself back in the days, and I used to be like, yo, that's me.
Intelligent hoodlum.
Intelligent hoodlum.
Right.
And you've showed and proved that here today. You've sat here and spoken so eloquently with Digga and I, yet your street credibility and like the whole is impeccable. Like, that's what I represent. Like, I want niggas to understand that you could be a real street nigga and be intelligent.
I like to call it cerebral grit.
Balance.
Like that.
He gave you love. He gave you love.
Like that?
Don't be mad. He gave you love.
I'm fucking with that.
Yeah.
Cerebral grit.
Elite fabric. That's real. That's that.
Making all the feeble sick.
I need to
Woo!
Is he adding?
Wait, are we spitting
Are we going line for line?
Is this a song? Is this
I'm
an
just
album?
saying.
What is this?
Cerebral grit.
You like
Uh-oh,
cerebral
that
grit?
might might be the name of a song.
That's a term I like to use for the
I like it.
intelligent hoodlums of today.
I like it. Yo,
Very
that's my
etiquette.
word though. But when you said intelligent hoodlum back in the days, I said, yo, what's your sign?
I'm a Leo, actually.
See,
My
I'm a
God, yo, all my.
I'm a Virgo.
Sagittarius.
Oh, I love
my whole
Sagittarius.
squad
I'm a
is
Virgo,
Leo.
so we're right next to each
Yeah,
other.
you
You see,
right, yeah.
that's the similarity. Whenever you have a sign that's right next to you, either in front or in back, you're gonna have similarities
Yeah, it's a
with that
relation.
sign. Like, so
And I'm a
that's
true
why
Leo,
that's
too.
part, and I'm a true Virgo. So that's why I get it now.
I'm surrounded.
All right, listen,
by Libras.
we gotta
Best
wrap
friend,
up.
daughter,
We're gonna have to
everybody
bring you
else.
back another time
Yeah,
because
I'll be
we got
high.
turntables here, and we be rhyming and shit and all of that sometimes.
We can do everything.
Yeah,
man.
so we're gonna come back another time, but
We can do everything.
right
See,
now,
usually we do one segment with our guests, try to get them in and out and stuff, not take up too much of their time. But
Please, let's do more,
we-
man.
we
And I
gotta
got
do more.
so much things going on behind this. Like, it's good for all of us to be a part of this. But we should have a council. And matter of fact, we should talk about setting up a council, that government. That's all it is.
let's do it.
It's a council.
Let's
And
do
you know whoever don't go through it, they just scared. You know what I'm saying? They just self-appointing themselves. Like, get anointed.
The chosen one. Many shall come, but only a few shall be chosen. And those who are chosen
Choose
themselves.
themselves.
Listen, on that note, we appreciate y'all coming here with us.
Appreciate you.
I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm fucking with appreciate.
Appreciate.
We appreciate y'all. That's motherfucking Tragedy Godcast. We got Godcast.
Peace.
Fuck it. They got loud on our shit. We got loud.
I know.
They louder than y'all.
Yeah.
Word.
They sound like they had like
Yeah, like 40
encores and
times.
shit. Like
Yeah.
play was over.
Man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yes, it was.
That was amazing.
That was fantastical.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Cerebral grit. Yes, it's
Cerebral
Yeah,
grit.
yeah, they just do a song underneath
That's
of
that proper etiquette right there. So we great. This ruler, we got
Word.
a bottle with us.
Yeah. Come on, take that.
My Adobe. Oh yeah, we gotta get some flakes on bottle.
Oh, absolutely. We gotta pull this up a little
He
bit.
was the smooth one on Real Nubian. Like all the girls liked him out of the group. Like he was
I told him
he was
that. I
the
told him
bull.
he was the
He was the
heart
bull.
throb of the crew.
He was the heartthrob. He
You
was.
won't be the bone and
That's
never
a fact.
Yo, wow.
Claim my name.
Yo, every
No,
time
my
I get
favorite
tight,
song
every
was
time I
Allow
get tight,
Bar. I love that
look,
song.
every time I get tight, I always,
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
I always sing that joint, yo.
Peace.
Nah, I always say, yo, won't be the bone and never chick. Claim my name in my, but when I tell you get off the swine and give it fine, you act like you're blind and you lost your damn mind. That's real spit right there.
No, they were the best.